Alrighty, team. Today I'm going to dive into the latest OpenAI ChatGPT Canvas integration, which is pretty damn insane, to be honest. Now, for this particular demonstration, it's focused on the 4.0 model. I showed you the O1 model essentially yesterday, but this is not available in the O1 model as yet. So focus on the GPT-4 model, which is totally fine for this demonstration, but it will be coming in O1 next year. This particular button down here is the Canvas model, right? It says here collaborating, writing, and code. I'm going to talk about the writing component today, and then dive into coding another day. So what's an example? Please create me a... Actually, people ask me a lot about when I type in please. You don't have to be nice and polite. It's just a habit of mine. Create me a Christmas story of Molly on the beach at the Gold Coast. And so because I've chosen Canvas, what's going to happen now, essentially it's going to pull out this into a larger screen. And you'll see here, I've got two sections now. I've got the section where it's writing the documentation and the section over here on the left-hand side. Now, the great thing about Canvas is this is now 100% editable. I can physically edit these sections. I can ask ChatGPT around these sections. I can update sections in here. So treat this as like a live working document. Now, in the previous versions before Canvas was here, you'd have to physically reply to ChatGPT, ask for an update on a particular paragraph, copy a paragraph, put the paragraph in there. After update, you now don't have to worry about that. You can now do this all live within ChatGPT. Essentially, it's look at that, change it from American to Australian English. It's nice and super easy. Now, once you're in here, you can do some pretty cool things, right? So if you wanted to bold, you can make that bold now. This is all preparing to your final copy. You got this little button down the bottom here, which is around edits. So what OpenAI has done is gone back on all the history on the type of edits that the consumers have been using. And so I use emojis a lot. So they've added this emoji tool in here. You can add emojis into the words, into sections, into lists. So essentially, if I just copy that paragraph and I just clicked on emojis and add it into the words there, it should theoretically now update that particular paragraph and add emojis into that section. How crazy is that? And this is still in an editable version. So it hasn't gone live yet. I haven't published it, but essentially I can now add it into this. So if I want to do this paragraph here as an example, and I'll just use it into the section. So I'll just add an emoji at the beginning of that section, essentially. So it's not updating the entire section, which is cool. All right, then we get into some, I won't do final polish yet, adjust the length. So this is quite a long story. So we could actually make it shorter, and it will take the entire story and then make it shorter for you. So once again, I'm not copying and pasting this information. It's now going and doing an updated, shorter version. And look at that, pretty amazing. Instantly, like within a few seconds. Can't complain about that. Oops, stop that one. Let's go and make it longer again. And as you'll see here at the very top of the screen, it's kept that original paragraph with the emojis. Obviously for the shorter version, it wasn't able to keep everything because it needed to shorten it, but it's kept that beginning section, which you never used to be able to do, which is pretty damn cool. It's actually made it longer again. The next one I want to show you is around the reading level. So currently, you used to have to physically type a prompt to change this. So you can go to kindergarten school. So what I've seen examples people writing is they want to write something for the kids, so they make it a kindergarten, or if you want to make it into a graduate school or a college. So depending on the type of writing style. So let's just go middle school. It will now update that entire story based on the level of English for that particular demographic. So from kindergarten all the way through to college, which is pretty cool. Like this is all, once again, I haven't published it. I haven't gone live. This is literally just doing updates and edits on the fly. You'll see here, every one of the edits is now giving me the reason why it's editing and how it's, I guess, what the update is from that particular edit. Then if we want to do a final polish, I can do it on this entire thing. But essentially what this is checking for is for grammar, for spelling, based on all the information, and then putting all the layout together. So you'll see here it's now making a final copy, It's putting into sections for me. So it's taking a bit longer here because it's breaking this down and then creating each individual section. This is essentially, it's hard to imagine this, right? Because we used to use Microsoft Word for a lot of this, and this will be all integrated eventually into Copilot and so forth. It's now doing it for you. Look at that. The entire story is now broken into sections. And now if I want to, put emojis at the top of every section, I can now go do that. And it's ready to go. Like how awesome is that? I can copy and paste, and then I can go put that into my document. As I mentioned, this will be available in Copilot next year. And then you'll be able to roll this out into essentially everything you're doing in your working environment on a daily basis. Pretty damn cool. Keen to hear your feedback. What are your thoughts? Have you started using this feature yet? What does it look like from your perspective? And yeah, keen to see how this will play out over the coming years. All right, coming days, coming weeks, essentially. Cheers, guys.